So Farmer Lunsky toppled a tree. Let it sit there. Something big started a home. Didn't know where it came from really. Just became part of his land. Farmer Lunsky and Farmer Lunsky's cat used to listen and keep an eye on it. He gated it. Farmer Lunsky gave it a subfloor. And Farmer Lunsky gave it an iron gate all around his fallen tree. And his idea was, I'm gonna grow my own big bad wolf. One day, someone without Farmer Lunsky's knowing, Farmer Lunsky's little kid, child of Farmer Lunsky's loins, that he made with the love of his life, much to the chagrin of Farmer Lunsky and Farmer Lunsky's cat. She got too damn close to the wolf nest one time. And all they heard was a growl. And Farmer Lunsky and Farmer Lunsky's wife looked and thought one of two things. We just gave our daughter Luke to a fucking tauntaun. Or that goddamn beaver is gonna mate with my kid. And he, again, Farmer Lunsky's wife needed a divorce, called the county sheriff. Farmer Lunsky still by his wicked, dirty ways made that woman the talk of the town. So that no one believed that this ever even happened. I mean, who would do such a thing? Matt's the type. Shut up. In the big bad wolf's pen. Matt would walk up and look. His dirty, evil yellow eyes would stare out at him. And he knew it needed bigger fangs, so he just grabbed white watermelon seeds, all sorts of things to land, throw it in there, in its cage. And he knew when it's big enough, that little chipmunk that grew into a beaver that took my own child to eat, have fun with, or bond, or maybe the child conquered it and came out with its own very own bone knife instead of woolly lingerie. I don't really care to discuss it. The idea is, whether it's an Irish Terrier, a bulldog, keep feeding it. First McCloskey lunch ever I had was a Thanksgiving turkey. I was saved from the fire by my grandfather. First lunch I ever had with Grandma Lee was watermelon from her own plate. And really, all the elders wanted to know as a child, growing up, wherever, with whoever, with one of them, is at that age, how is Matthew progressing with normal eating? Let's have lunch. Bring him. I want to see if he can wield silverware, knives, things like this. And I assume that's for that's for normal human families that realize there's some similarity between Matt and Farmer Linsky's daydream about his very own turtle child out there in the world losing its shell to a bigger beaver for lunch. Somehow, shaking its otterness out of some dead turtle's, former place of living before Gamera runs off, having given River Otter a new necklace to keep her River Otter neck safe from God only knows. Someone had a wombat with a little, what you call a sugar glider, a wombat, a flying squirrel, only it was small. And the thing had its own playpen with LED lights, and it was jumping off the lamp, with its funny half-formed bat wings, and hitting a trampoline and just running crazy. I go, you're like my ladder set room for my cat one day. I get it. Let him run wild. But then again, there's something crazy about put two of you in a barrel and see what comes out. Now, having unfortunately asked for a $30 duck dinner on vacation with Dan and Lynn McCloskey while we were in Kentucky, Mr. Young, God bless that man, who used to get me whatever off the menu in 2.5 minutes using steam and just godlike cooking skill. Be ready in 10 minutes when you get here. Said, oh, child at the table that wanted that duck down there in Kentucky. I told him that day, I'm grinding every single bone into Matthew's meals. So he wanted duck. Okay, I've eaten that duck and it is great. His cooking is perfect for the past 30, 40 years. So think of it like I have enough to eat. I don't, I do feel sorry for people. And she goes, listen now, what is cocoa? Coffee, flour, and water loss. Your own cocoa powder out of coffee grounds. Coffee, flour, and water loss. So I don't need to buy Hershey anything. Peace.